Now, yuck daddy, they mention.
But now, what we see for Twitter be that now.
Because our people now, before they start, go say, why you don't talk about something else? Why is it that particular ID?
Now true talk go because some people for this app, now their anus they use they think. You know, so man, it's sad though. Seriously, it's sad. Nigerian governments, there is no aspect of. In fact, look at the three tiers of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the waiting we get. What's be the three arms of government now? Dull, ale. Executive, judiciary, legislative. The three of them, none good. None. None no good. None no good. I know they talk am now. They go vote billions for security. But last, na vigilante go dey rescue police officer wey dem kidnap. For that country. Vigilante dey rescue police officer. It is sad. It's high time we God. Russia. That is why supervise Mona no run comot for Nigeria. You guys should have a plan of coming back and rebuilding that country. People like you, people like Bayo Billion. I've met some people on this black app that I feel that if they give them a position, they're going to do the right thing. Ajoke, they say, Shebi, you be honorable. I share you the among the people who vote for me. You know the amount, mommy, you know the amount of people who vote for me. So no worry. When the time comes, we know what to do. We do the needful. Because we can't continue like this. We cannot. You go come up for a country, we say you feel waka for night. You go reach your own country. You go find security, we go escort you. You go find security, we go escort you. Huh? I was driving from I like to drive for Nigeria. I was driving from Lagos to Akure. So somebody can come and say, Alpha, where are they? I say I dey road. I say I dey go Akure. He say, na flight. I say no. I say na road. No allow them kidnap you, blah 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 blah. You know? You must say you can't no. It's sad. It is really sad. It is really sad. Anyways, it is what it is. Guy, tonight we are discussing about a particular. We want to unravel some things that have been hiding, in what we've been seeing online in the last 72 hours. The part of the Ojoro the government have been doing. Part of the Ojoro the government have been doing. I know to serve Nigeria is not by force. Yeah, but it's not everybody that have that. It's money, that the York. Then na night I did for where they Kutonu now. Why they ask me say it's money? Because I know. The funnest is this EFCC where they go after this. I don't know why they don't carry them inside go Sambisa Forest. May they go face because those ones too, they collect money now. The kidnappers collect ransom. They collect ransom. The day they kidnapped a friend of mine, it was the CMD General Hospital, one of the General Hospital in Ondo State. He was coming back from work. They just catch him, bam. They just catch him. And do you know the funniest thing? The guy, now 5 million. If you see as this guy coordinates, if you see as they coordinate the collecting of the ransom, bro, me say if I weak. Ha! And you see this guy, 19, 18, 20 years. Key. This useless EFCC, they know if you go inside that bush, go collect all those money with these kidnappers they collect. But they go hotels, they find people who do dread, they harass them. Useless people. Very useless governments. Right about now, I can say categorically that Buhari regime is far, far better than this one. This is a Miloko. Sorry for the people that are sentimental. My opinion. So guys, are we getting set for tonight? Where is Anna Suko?
Hello.
Where is Anna Suko?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry.
Unmute your mic and talk, man. Who is meeting you?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Honorable Yok Daddy. Good morning, right? And everyone in the house. When we were telling them not to vote this man, they did not listen. I think most of the people in diaspora, they already knew what will happen, right? That place now is like the people, their government. Once the head is rotting, what do you expect of the rest of the body? They did this. We were telling them. See what is what is what is happening now, especially in that Lagos. Anyway, I wish them all the best. But to me, I always say I don't think I already given up on that country. So
Thank you. Thank you
let's
very much.
continue our program.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Even at the point where person be say, your mind will be like, oh, you for your mind, deep down your mind, you know that it is difficult. Deep down your mind, you know, say it is very difficult. Make Nigerian good this kind of time. But because say you still get this kind small faith, you can't tell yourself, say Nigeria go good. Once you tell yourself, say Nigeria go good, your second mind go they tell you, okay, your left kidney, they tell you say Nigeria go good. Your right kidney, they tell you say no, you know if you work. Imagine for one body, you get two results. You dey try console yourself. You dey try. My friend was in that club that time. He's the NMA chairman on those states. He was actually he told me tonight that he's coming all out, that he doesn't care. He's going to talk because the owner of the place is our friend. I don't understand. If not because of self-recognition, now so they for pack him to go what's it that they call him? They'll carry him to go. It is sad. It is very, very sad. Anyway, when they were complaining, they didn't tell us they wanted to do anything. They said they milokon. So too. Anything we will see for this period, okay, we're not here. We go take heart. Please, are we? Let me just allow the panelists to say one or two, to talk for 1 minute each before. As I talk 1 minute each, I just remember this girl, what's it be her name? Didi Drew. She was saying, she said, you don't allow people to talk on your platform. You always give them two minutes to talk on your platform. We are giving you 5 minutes to talk. I just did laugh, say, oh boy. That matter now for another day. No be you I come for this night. That matter. Let's keep am. We go talk am after. We go talk am after. You know, I don't know. Allow people to express themselves. In fact, if you've mentioned their names and you don't tactically shut them up because you're a moderator. Oh, I got crew, man. So let me go to BioBillion. BioBillion, please unmute your mic and say hello to over 156 people listening to you. And on the FYP, some useless people, they know if you come inside, then they the window, they hear us. Kindly say hi to them. We have a total view of 591. Kindly say hi to them. BioBillion, can you please unmute your mic, please?
Hi, my inconclusive host, my wallpaper host. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it. God bless you. We spoke on the phone, and you said today is weekend and people are gonna be tired. People are gonna be relaxing. And you said, but for this justice, because you saw it and you say, oh no, this is something we cannot, because we've talked about it. We've analyzed it behind the cameras and say, nah, this is what we need to put out there. It cannot wait. We have to put it out there. Lady Anne, energetic madam, we've been on the phone talking about it. We have to let the whole world know before everybody goes to bed. Thank you for this opportunity. Super Vite, thank you for what you're doing. I was on your platform today. The Peace Sheriff, Mama Big Gold, thank you. Tima Teller, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to mute my mic. Right now, I'm a little bit busy. I will mute my mic and I will be contributing behind the camera. Thank you.
Supervise, please unmute your mic and talk to us.
Sorry, I've been trying to do choppy before, but I didn't get what Adiyok was saying clearly. So
I was just saying that you should unmute your mic and say hi to everyone before we start the program.
okay, all right. Bio Billions, as always. Very great man. Thank you for all you do always. Madam, be good. Just that we know they see good for your neck, but you are good and always. Thank you, Mama. Timatella. Even though that name, we don't know, maybe it's Madam Pele, Pala. But Hannah Suko.
Timatila.
Okay,
Timatila.
Timatilla.
Yeah.
What's the meaning, ma? What's the meaning, ma?
I think it's just the combination of my names. I combine all my names together.
Together. Oh,
yeah.
That's lovely. That's
Yorùbá ni mí, mi ò kì í ṣe kìíní.
Jésù, ṣé pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni
Ọmọ
torí
Yorùbá ni
Ọlọ́run?
mí o.
Màámi, kí ló wá dé?
Bàámi, kí ló
gbọ́ orúkọ yẹn
ṣẹlẹ̀?
dáadáa.
Timatila. It's all good.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, madam. We have the goddess herself and Amazon tigress. The ever-blessing Honey Asuko. Thank you, ma'am, for all the beautiful work you've been doing. We say, may the good Lord bless you, even though there has been a whole lot of ups and downs, not just on Baba Mubad's side. Baba Mubad's side is one side, or the Team Justice side is another another thing entirely too. So as people are dealing with Baba Mubad, they're also dealing with Team Justice. So so that's a two-way thing now. We only pray that God in His infinite mercy, just make everything work the way we hope it will. We trust in Him that God will grant Lirioluwa promise Aloba the justice he truly deserves. And if we have people behind the scene, not just even close to those people who are on this on social media. We generalize everything about Facebook everywhere, and they are the one who are behind the scene working against this justice. Whatever things that happen to Leoluwa will happens to them from their first generation to the seventh generation, each Allah in Jesus' name. So shall it be to them. So thank you, everyone. We welcome you on board to this amazing program this night. Even though I don't know our topic for tonight, but I'm sure we're going to be having a awesome conversation this night. So that I'm very, very sure about. So welcome everybody on board. Let the show begin. So Daddy York, are you there? Let's get it
I'm
started.
with you, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May God Almighty bless you. Let's have Be Good. Please just unmute yourself and just say hi to everyone.
Sorry. Let me quickly, super vibe. What we're talking about is the conspiracy the government is doing on justice for Mohbad. And you know, like I rightly said earlier, I said, get yourself acquainted with the first page. I don't know if you've seen that first page of the autopsy that was released. It's on, as people been tagging it on the comment section on pmnews.com. There's a result of toxicology that was released from NMS. That page is a page one. Yes, please, everybody, you have to get used to that page. That is what my host could not sleep about. Lady Anne and me, we couldn't sleep with the moment we start analyzing and thinking behind the cameras, looking at where has it gone wrong? Why have they given us this result today? So when you look at that page exclusively, you will understand why we are here today. And it's going to be a great night. Get yourself with that page one. It is 4 pages. Page one says a lot about what the government is doing about justice for Mohbad. It's in PM News. Lady Anne, she said she has it on her wall. The link is on her wall. Yeah, please, if you need to get the page, you need to get acquainted.
Maybe what we need to do before people start getting themselves acquainted with the stuff, if probably instead of us to start directing them, maybe if we can have the beautiful Lady Anne to read it for us later, maybe that would be better. Or what do you think?
Yeah, we were going.
Host, can you put it up? Can you put that page up with what you've discovered? You can put it up so that when people are looking, they know what they are looking about. And if Lady Anne can read an observation so that it won't be just yes. Supervisor, we've talked about this behind the camera and we couldn't sleep. You know, it's damaging. It's damaging. I will not lie to you. I wish you have a copy of that. It's damaging, my host. It shows us that the government don't care about us. I'm sure when people start noticing that analysis tonight, some people are going to cry about it. I'm telling you, we couldn't sleep. We have to keep talking about it over the phone. I mean, why? Why did they do this to us? Why? What happened? What is the intention of the government since the day Mohbad was exhumed? What happened? Page one is all we need to read. It's all we need to analyze. Thank you.
Thank you so much, BioBillion, for those words. Okay, somebody is writing something there. I think that's Kelly. My head carries on. She's saying, can we move this matter to Abuja? The jurisdiction of the matter is Lagos, but there is every possibility that it can, but it has to be some power that be, or probably through IG or the Senate, or I know there are some people who can make it happen actually. Yeah, there are some people who can make it happen.
Bio, is this it? Am I correct?
BioBillion, is it this one?
Yes. Page one. Yeah,
Okay.
that place. But it's three. That page one, you remember this is page one. And also, when you look at the top part, The top part too, we need to examine, establish some facts on the page 1. This page 1 is all we need to talk about this night. On the top part, the upper part of it too needs to be discussed. So, Lady Han, please, you can talk right now. I'm a little bit busy right now. This is the time for you to talk, Lady Han, please.
Bayo, wait till you busy dey do. Who dey house with you there? Who dey house with you there?
I did get ready for party. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go there for just give the gifts and then come back. I'll be in the platform back. I'm just getting ready, give them gifts and come back because this night we have to talk about it.
Anne, are you there?
Okay, I thought you said we should greet everybody. Should we just go straight? Yeah?
Okay, we'll just go straight. That time we would agree. Let's say they take too long. We'll leave greeting for now. No time for greeting. Everybody dip everybody.
Okay. Wait, give me a second, Bayo. Let me just get to where I don't want to disturb my daughter. Okay. A second.
Every panelist, I will say hi to everybody.
Okay. Hi everybody, good morning. It's 20 minutes past 1 here. So yeah. Okay, Yok. So I don't know if I think to do this as well would have to refer to the YouTube. If any of you has your phones, check the YouTube of Brekete, where this Commissioner of Information came and mentioned that the toxicology was going to be sent when we're crying out for that. I think according to Bio's depth analysis, it was around the 14th of February, something around that. So that was 2 weeks. Why am I starting from there? I will try and see if I can find the video to play at some point. But why am I starting from there? I'm starting from there because I'm just going to go straight to the point. If you look at York, you have your second phone, yeah?
No,
York,
there's no
are you
light.
there?
There's no lights in Cotonou.
Okay, York, you know I'm saying that because you need to, because it's on the screen, I want you to zoom a bit. Now,
Okay,
if you look
which part do you want me to zoom?
up to see the dates on this toxicology.
On this one,
Yes,
the date.
yes. Sorry, everyone, just bear with him. Sorry. And if you all have grab a copy for yourself, so we'll all be on the same page because we're all going to brainstorm tonight. It makes sense. Supervise, have you got a copy? B Gold. T.
No. And I'm not
No,
with the
I
copy
don't have
here.
the copy.
No.
This. Okay.
But I just want to stay focused with you, so
I don't have the copy.
I will just be following the rhythm.
Let's wait for you. Queen, do you want to come up? Queen of Energy, you want to come up as well? Let's wait for Bio. So we'll all be on the same page. Okay.
Is it okay like this?
It's a bit blurred.
Nakeli, come up, or Queen of Energy, please come up.
I think it's blurred a little bit. But you can see where it says report issued, yeah?
It's blurry.
Blurring a bit.
Yeah.
If I can.
It's the date you want to see, yeah?
Yes, just so all of them can see, yeah. Just the date. It says report issued. So it talks to at the right hand side where it says toxicology report, and then you look at the report issue date.
York does not have a second phone, that's why.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, York, you know what? Let me zoom in from my phone. Hopefully you can York, let me do it from my phone if it's blurring on your end. Don't worry, let me do it from my phone.
Okay, like this.
Yeah, just take it a little bit close so that to the top where you have that toxicology, just there.
Yeah, I think
Oh, bless him.
it's better now.
Okay, fair
Your
enough.
daddy, no, Mama Ann, three
Yeah,
things were
that's
sent to
fine.
your daddy. You have 3 pages. Three
Yeah.
things. Look at the other one that has a
The
long
one that is
that has
circled,
a
the round
up.
circle
Yes.
marking. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that has a circle up. Yeah, use that one. That one will be easy to zoom in. That works. That will start from where she wants to analyze. God bless you. Yes, you can zoom that one a little bit. Just zoom it a little bit so that they can see it. Yeah, host. Yes.
Okay.
Somebody has in the comment section. Smart. Okay. I think you guys. Okay. Well, it's fair enough. Don't worry. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we can all see it there. It says report issued 0408 2024. The time 11 a.m. The last report issued again, you have another date. You have 03 and then you have 28 2024. The time is 1:02. Now, sorry, can you mute, please? Okay. So now you see that if you have a look at that, if you go back to when we went to Brekete, Baba went there and all of that, that commissioner said, oh, he wants
April
to
14th,
talk.
February 14th. Yes,
Okay. He said he
on
wants to
Brekete
talk.
live show.
He said he wants to pause and he was going to go and find out the hospital. They were going to send this, blah, blah, blah. And then let me start from that one first. So he said that. Now, if you do the calculation from then and then to when they sent this sample or the specimen, I need you to flip to the second page.
Okay.
You know where it has the date around the middle circle?
The second page.
Sorry, am I right? Hang on here. Bayo, check that for me. The one of four, the
No,
second
no, it's the same page. The one
same
that you were
page.
showing earlier, the first page you were
With the
showing
round
earlier, that
circle.
has a round circle long one.
Okay.
Not the first one that was had a round circle, big circle.
The days.
No, the other one, the round. Okay, okay,
No, the one that has a circle down,
the
the long
middle.
circle down, the middle one that has all the long circle. Yes, this
That
one, yeah.
one. Take it up. Take it. Put it properly. You need to York. I think you zoomed it too much.
My host does not have a second phone. You can see people with genuinity. They don't have two accounts.
Who have two phones are we're fake, yeah.
That they talk you. This one, yeah?
Yes, yes, that one. So now you have a look at that. I don't know, York. It might be difficult to zoom that one, but if you can't, that's
The
fine. I'll
second
just
part, yeah?
yeah. If don't know if you can, it might be difficult. Let's see if you can. Or York, if you can't zoom it, just read it out to us. Stupid Nigerian government. I think we're daft. Okay, York, read it out. Read the dates you see there, if you can. Don't worry, even if you can't zoom it, just read the all the things listed there and the collection date.
Is this better?
Yeah, but just read it. It's fine. Just read it. Read it says what? Read the tube container, the whatever, and the collection date. Read it if you can. Just so we're all on the same page.
No. I can't.
Okay.
I have
Right.
to
Let me
go
do
off
it.
this if I'm going to read it. I
That's
have
fine.
to go
That's
off.
fine. That's fine. Let me do it. So if you look at there, let me start with the collection date. Okay. The first collection date, it says a green container 001 green cap plastic tube. The volume is 0.5 ml. The collection date is 0922 2023. The second thing, green cap plastic tube. Let me even tell you guys what was even collected there. So they collected unspecified blood. Take note of that. Another blood. The first blood they collected was 0.5 ml. The second one was 0.1 ml. The gastric fluid 1 ml. The liver tissue 12, is it 13 or 13 point something?
13.9.
12.7 for the kidney. And then you have 29.9 for the lung tissue. You have other, I don't know whatever that is. And then you have, see, all these biological names, homo something, whatever. All of those two were not given. It says here, not applicable. Okay. Now, if you look, take note of the collection date and time. It was the second day after this man was exhumed. This young boy was exhumed. Now, compare that to the date of this report. You read earlier, York, that the report was issued on the March 28th and April. Now, the shocker for this is they collected this sample. Now you're going to ask me and say, what date did they send these specimens to them? What I have read to you and the quantities. York, go to the second page, the one with the bottom,
Two.
page 2 or 4, the one at the bottom.
Lady Anne, I think you are very gentle with this your analysis.
Yeah,
People
no,
need
I
to
just,
understand where we are driving at.
yeah, I just
Is
want,
anybody, I mean, for all of us to be on the same page, if anybody have that page, they can also help us read it so that we don't disturb the host. If anybody have that page on another phone, they can use the second phone to Google it. You know, you put that update up somewhere in the link before. If anybody have that page so that it will be understandable,
Where
so that
can
the
we
host will
where
not.
can we Google it? What is it? What is the headline?
It is
What do we
PM
Google?
News, pmnews.com. Mobile
PM
toxicology
News.
results. PM News, yes.
Okay.
pmnews.com. Mobile toxicology results. It is the page one. That page one reveal a lot about the Lagos State
PM
government.
News.
Yes, anybody can help us too, so that the host will not be
yeah, so you, okay,
the only one doing it.
yeah. So York
Mobile
just stay,
toxicology.
yeah. So York just keep the
Is it
page.
PMU or BMU?
No,
PM,
Oh,
8 p.m.,
PM News.
9 a.m. Yeah, pmnews.com. Yeah, is it mobile? Just Google mobile toxicology results. PM News.
Okay, is it clear like this?
and York is not even from you, except from it. Whatever is a bit blurry everywhere. It's everywhere, so it's okay. But if you have a good,
Yeah, it is also blurry, but if you have it on your own page, it will be easy for you to read it and understand it. So yes,
okay. So if I can continue, or should I just wait a minute for other people to?
continue, and then we can analyze it
All
if
right.
everybody have it on their. Yes, just
Okay.
continue.
Okay. So as I was saying, so now, York, I'm going to read it out for you, so I don't disrupt you.
Okay.
It say,
Do you have to zoom the part you want to read, or you okay like this?
yeah, I'm fine because I can read it from my second phone as well.
Okay.
So it says,
Zoom again. Let her read it. Let her read it so that when everybody have it, they will know where to look at. The mark is for everybody to know where we are concerned about.
So it says all sample volumes, weights are approximate above. Now, it now says specimen received on the 3rd, which is the 3rd is the month, according to my American calendar, the way they write it, their dates. 03 is the month, 01 is the day, and the year is 2024.
And so, I mean, please, that's my host. What do you think about that date? Now, this is where we have to start our analysis from. This paperwork, this page 1, my host, what do you think happened there? This is where our analysis started from.
What is Shojoro? Where's that song?
Yes. Now, okay, let me allow you play the music so I can analyze that line alone.
There's no time for music.
Supervise.
Bio, there's no
Supervise. Now, sample of mobile received was March 1st, 2024 at exactly 2:01 p.m. American time, Nigerian time all over the world. 2:01 March 1st, 2024. And as at February 14, 2024, on a live program, this Commissioner of Information and Strategy said that they have sent the result. But the lab is confirming now that the result was received March 1st, 2 weeks. 2 weeks after the call was made was when they sent the result. Is that not a big ojoro to justice for mobile? Where did they keep the sample? Thank you.
That means that it was because of Brekete intervention.
Thank you. Because they were forced.
It was even after 2 weeks, not immediately.
It was not even the same day. It's not the second day. It was 2 weeks after the Brekete call that they sent the sample. Now, do you know why this page 1 is being hidden and being do like this? Is because they know that if critical people like us take a look at it, we will detect. Look at it. That is why everybody needs to have this page, so that when you're talking about it, for even anti-justice for justice. Now ask me where the mobile sample was kept till March 1st, 2024. Let's talk on that alone first, before we not go back to establish more facts.
And
Okay, so Bayo has sort of hit the nail on the head. So now, if you do the maths, this sample was taken. First things first, exhumed 21st. 22nd was when they took the samples. According to this report, it was collected on the 22nd. These samples that were collected are samples that, don't forget, there's blood. I refer you back to the coroner inquest where the pathologist came out and was saying even getting the blood, and it was I think he was coming up with some crap about being difficult. He also alleged that even the blood we saw in the coffin was not really blood. It was clay or something like that. But he was making up stories about the blood. But here we have a sample of blood, 0.5 ml. We also have another one for 1 ml, unspecified blood, and then there's another blood for 1 ml. And now they're saying it's approximate. We're even going to go to that later. So if you remember the show on Brekete, I will try and play it, but it's too long, but I'll see if I can play a clip of it. The guy said, oh, if we had a lab suit, whatever, that wasn't burned down, these samples would have been, all of this thing would have been done in their lab and all of that. So where did they store the samples? Somebody will say, why? While we're analyzing, we did a research where it said if causes of this death could be the anaphylactic shock and all of those things they're saying, you would even have to store these samples at -4 degrees Celsius.
God bless you.
The question is, where did Lagos State store these samples? Why?
From September
Number one, why
to March 1st.
would you take out a sample and keep it up until that time? Now, I refer you guys back to the timing from when NMS Lab got this sample, which is the 1st of March 2024. And as at the 28th of March, they already had their first report issued. They already now had their second report
Wow.
on the 9th of April. Now, if you do the proximity as me and Bayo did, that's about what? 3rd to the 28th. So you want to say in about 5 weeks or less. Bayo, do the math for me, you know better. They had this result ready. So if you took these samples, you exhumed the body, why did it take you that long? Now, if you had sent those samples at the time where you sent it, we would not probably be dealing with inconclusive and all of those stuff, whatever they're called.
God bless you. God
We won't
bless you.
deal with that. We probably not have that to deal with because they would have the samples early. And then even if I did a research online
Exactly.
on anaphylactic shock, and they're saying if you even want to find out that, I'll see if I can open my screen to show you guys that one. If you want to find out that, apart from them saying you have to store the samples at 4 degrees Celsius, they said you would be able to still get a time of death because they found the time of death for the person that they were working on as a research. They said the person was the postmortem. After death was 4 days after death. They were even able to determine the time of death. They said the time of death was within 1 hour time. That is for, somebody who they did a postmortem 4 days after. All right. And I would like to clear this here. The circumstances, whether exhumed, not exhumed, buried, thrown in the forest, does not matter in a country that has technologists to handle postmortem examinations. It doesn't matter. You embalm him, you don't embalm him, it doesn't matter. They will do what they need to do. They found that under 4 days. They needed 4 days. Within 4 days, they were able to tell you the time of death. So if you kept samples that you took, and I quote, according to the postmortem, from the 22nd up until the 3rd, because you have to count until when this hospital got the samples, if you kept it from all that then to that time, what temperature, and even if you stored it at -4 degrees Celsius, were you deliberately wanting to have decomposed samples sent to the United States of America to conduct this test? Brekete said, and I quote in his YouTube, he said that I hear say they won't make the body, the body done the rotten. The guy quickly said, don't mind everything you hear. But if he would ever listen, Commissioner of Information or whatever you are, how do you explain samples that NMS Lab is saying you sent them the samples on the 3rd of March, the 1st of March 2024, but you collected samples on the 22nd of September? Why did you keep the samples? Where did you store them? In your words, lawsuit is burnt.
Sorry. Right about now, I'm a bit emotional because I asked myself a question: what did this guy do now? What was his sin actually? When you knew you're not going to do anything, you should have left the guy. Let the father forget that you even exhuming. What is your gain? Now, what I'm thinking right about now is that the fact that Berekete said in 14th of February, then he confirmed that they've sent.
Daddy, I'm sorry, your daddy. Don't get emotional yet. Let me give you something that will make you more emotional.
Wait.
When you look at that list, they did not put bone marrow. Bone marrow was not included in the tests that they run. Bone marrow was not included in the test that they ran. And this inconclusive professor said that based on the test they did on the bone marrow, our people, wetin this guy, wetin this boy, wetin Mohbad do this government? Mohbad do this government? Wetin this boy, wetin Baba Joseph, wetin Baba Joseph, wetin Baba Joseph do this government? Wetin we do this government for this country?
Okay, now, Bayo, this is where I'm even going to right now. When
Now, wow.
Berekete called, and the man said, give me some few minutes, blah, 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 I'll call you back. And the phone, they initiated that conversation. And the man said loud and clear that the sample have been taken to Pennsylvania. Now, this is where I'm thinking to. Maybe it was when that man said on Berekete that this result has been taken to so lab. That is when then Baba Mohbad went to make the verification they did at the lab. And when you note, as of the time that man said they've sent this sample, from the date on this paper, the sample was not sent. So probably the Punch headline we got that there was no sample that was brought to their facility. Probably it was the duration of when that man said that thing on Berekete's show. I don't know. Can anybody, you now understand what they talk at all?
Yeah, we understand. Yes, York, we get you. So yes, because it seems that it was that time. So what they said to say that there was no sample received, they hadn't sent it as at then.
God bless you.
That's what you're saying.
Now, another painful question is, I don't know why. Tired. I'm just tired. I'm frustrated right now. What think the guy do?
York, I'm sorry, I don't want to bust your bubbles more, okay? I want to talk about the decomposed beats that they were coming up with. And permit me to open my screen to show you something I seen on Google. Hold on. I'm putting my phone on my lap. I just want to show it for evidence, not because it's gonna, But I had to Google, what does autolysis mean in depth? Autolysis, the enzymatic digestion of cells by enzymes present within them. The cells most susceptible to autolysis tends to be dying or dead cells. So then I asked myself a question. I don't know, let me see if I can find more of them. Let me find let's open that report again. So let's go to the second bit of this report, okay? I'm sorry I'm busting your head a little bit, but let's go there. I need to open it properly. Okay, Bayo, thank you. I mean, sorry, York, thank you. Yes?
And
Yes.
do you notice that even in that list that we are checking now, where they wrote label, that column they wrote label, it's not every specimen that was tagged Aloba promise.
Thank you. Thank you.
When you check it properly, the down parts,
Yes.
not every.
And how are we so sure that it was Boba's specimen that were worked on or that were checked on? How are we so sure? Because I don't understand.
Bigo, that's another angle where you're coming from again.
Yeah, how are we so sure?
That's
And another
another
thing is
angle.
that I expected the government, when they want to get the specimen, they were supposed to invite the family to get their own, is it toxicologist or pathologist or whatever, to
Big
come
good.
and
Big
be with
good.
them.
Big good.
Yes. Yeah.
Big good. When somebody is planning to rig election, you think they are going to call CNN or
Ah,
BBC?
wow, this life.
Okay, look at now. Label as Aloba Promise. The second one, Aloba Promise. The third one, illegible. The fourth one, date. Fifth one,
Ah,
date. Sixth one, date. The seventh one,
wow.
Aloba Promise.
That's what I'm saying. That are we so sure that it was this person they even checked on? It's Nigeria, safe. Ah, please, may this country not happen to somebody.
And can you go on? Man,
Give me a second. I want to just open that link because I don't know if it's on the page 2. I want you to see something there that is funny. There's something the lab now even said that was shocking. They said something about GCMS. I don't know if you can see the York, have you seen anything on GCM? I think it's on page 2 or 4 or page 1 where they mentioned to say, okay, I think it's York is page 2 or 4. On page 2 or 4. I'll have to read it out because I'm not sure.
just go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a little bit
Okay.
disappointed.
Okay. On page 2 of 4, these people mentioned, see, it's so difficult. If you're using your phone, you struggle to read it. But on page 2 of 4, let me try and make my phone stay properly. They said, after they declared, they said on the detailed findings, you would notice that they were saying presume, where they mentioned the drug, they shared on acetaminophen, whatever, I can't pronounce it well, okay? But they said this test was an unconfirmed screen. So they're saying it's an unconfirmed screening. And then they said confirmation by a more definitive technique such as GCMS is recommended. Now, anybody who's on the platform, you have a phone, please Google what GCMS in toxicology means so that we'll all be on the same page.
Oh, wow.
And if you, okay, go on.
GCM. Hello?
Yes, go on.
You said GCM.
GCMS.
S.
Okay,
GCMS.
GCMS.
S. In toxicology. Yes.
Now also, if you look at it here, on where they have this acetaminophen or something they have here,
GCM.
Acetaminophen is paracetamol. In America,
okay,
is paracetamol.
okay,
Panadol, paracetamol.
okay, they said presumably positive. They are not saying
Not sure. They're not certain.
Thank
They're
you.
presuming it.
The word English.
It's not certain.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, even the second one, caffeine, said presumably positive. Now, the reason why that would be is because obviously
It took alcohol.
Thank you, in small amounts and all of that. But now you see, I have my brain is overworking itself here. Now, all of these things here, they are saying if a lab is saying to you and saying we would recommend you do a definitive.
That you go extra mile.
Look at their term, definitive. They did not just say maybe, they said definitive. They will recommend GCMS as a definitive way of checking whatever they are telling you. The question is
to establish.
Thank you. Lagos State government, did you go for a traditional toxicology test? If you were clean, thank you. Or you just let's even go with that.
Peripheral.
Because if you went for that,
superficial.
You went for that. That is why you would not have gone an extra mile. Now, I would also shock you. I know I'm going fast, but on the second page, I think it's second page bio, they also said that they will keep the samples. Okay, let me read it out. Hold on there.
They will keep a sample for 6 weeks.
Yes, they said.
And the result for 5 years.
Yes, they said unless alternative arrangements are
done
made by you, my phone is on its.
Then the sample will be discarded.
Yeah.
The samples will be destroyed.
Yes, but
and the result will remain in their system for 5 years.
Yes. So if they'll keep it for 6 weeks, The question
So they are
is,
recommending that the government of Lagos State should go for the GMCC or whatever it is. If GCMS, they are recommending that they do it to establish cause and time of death. But the Lagos State did not further more because they only want to do the ferry. They don't care about what killed Mohbad. They don't want to know. They just want to do it for the doing its sake. They just want to do it because we have been shouting. So now what they have right now,
the GCMS supposed to tell us the concentration of chemicals found in it,
in his body,
for the environmental and all sort of. So that GCMS supposed to tell.
Maybe they strangled him. Maybe his blood was short. Maybe he lose a lot of blood. The environmental condition were supposed to be listed.
Chromatography.
Yeah, maybe he suffocates.
Yeah.
Do you know there's something I got from Dr. Kemi Oluloyo when he was talking with Daddy Freeze? She mentioned a particular drug or something that they used for mob that they found. She said, why did they have to find that drug? That the drug is not here, it's in America. How were they able to get that kind of drug?
So America, no, that acetaminophen is like a pain reliever. It's Tylenol, it's Panadol. It's just a different name in America. We don't call it Panadol. We call it we don't call it Panadol. We call it acetaminophen or Tylenol.
But there was a point she was making. The point me I'm talking about, that they don't bring it here, they don't use it here. That how is it getting it? So I'm not looking at it that is it one of those things that Karimo is sending to me or what?
It is possible because I sent those medications to my parents too.
I couldn't unravel that when I was hearing her. Because
I sent it to my parents too.
She said it emphatically.
Yeah, it's possible.
How were they able to get their hands on that
medication?
drug?
Yeah, because even me, I send it to my family too. Those medications I send the painkillers, pain medications, and eye drop. I send to my parents too. Well, I mean, so maybe somebody is sending to them. Mona, but what we are trying to establish now is that the page one alone has established a couple of things. Now, it has established that mobile sample was taken as of September 22, 2023. And it was only sent 2 weeks after we shouted on Brekete.
So what were they doing with that specimen?
Where did they store that specimen for 7 months? Where did they put that specimen? Why are they hiding that specimen? Now, how are we sure is that mobile specimen that they sent? Because in this report now, we did not find what did they call this medication? Pyridine. This report did not say pyridine was found in the system. What did they call it again? That the inconclusive toka that was reading rubbish. Tonka Willie, Toropo Kini. What was he reading? All those results that he was reading that so was found in the system. It was only 3 things that was found in the mobile system. The only 3 things that was found in the mobile system is on the page 1, page 2, 3 things. And in the page 1, they said they did not test bone marrow. Bone marrow could have been able to determine. That was Baba Mohbad said that. A lawyer said that. A doctor said that even if it's 1 year, once they find the bone marrow, it will still tell them time and cause of death. Where bone marrow, bone marrow. When they were listing, when you look at page 1, bone marrow, they put comma, it was not present part of the sample. Bone marrow was not present. Where sọ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ táwọn orí Mohbad kò wà enough láti ṣe sample. Nígbà tí wọ́n wú Mohbad tá à ń rí ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ o. Because this Brekete said that they are trying to hide. Now that information now can be valid, can be said to be true. That they are trying to make sure his dead body is not useful again for the toxicology. That is their intention. So
there was a doctor. There was a doctor that was on Yehudi's platform one time that Lagata was asked, they were asking questions. I think the guy was an Indian doctor. When they were telling him that, he said there was nothing like that, that no matter how decayed it is, they can get through this bone they will get the result of everything. Said even if he had died for several years, that they will still get it. So when they are now telling him that this person died so months, then the doctor was just laughing that he didn't believe there was anything of such. That how would they say that the result is inconclusive or they didn't find anything? That is not possible. So I don't
Me
know
ask the
this
government of
country.
Lagos State. Help me ask Lagos State government where they kept mobile sample from September to March 1st. Where did they keep
Wow.
it? Why? Okay, now ask me now. This is an opening to another investigation. Who took the sample? Where did they put the sample? Who was present when they were taking the sample? Are we sure it's mobile sample? That is where another. See, Baba Mobile needs to take action right now. If the page one is stating that this sample was taken September 22 in Nigeria, and America is saying they received it at 2 p.m. on March 1st, 2 weeks after we shouted on the social media, and they were able to confirm the name, and these people said they received the match, and at 28 days after, result was out. I hope you guys are following this. The 28 days after the result was given to the lab reported back that the result has been concluded. You gave the report 27 days, and the government has lied to us for more than 7 months. And even when they were telling us February, they said give us 10 weeks. 10 weeks. Meanwhile, it took only 3 weeks for the result to be out. Okay. Okay. What is their intention giving us 10 weeks? What is their intention keeping the sample of Mohbad for 7 months in Lagos State? A sample that needs to be kept under -4 degree. Which person can provide -4 degree in Nigeria? How do you want to preserve this specimen to be useful in Nigeria? Why? What has Baba Mohbad done wrong?
And Bayo, that also explains why somewhere you hear where they mentioned that word, something, what's that thing I pray? Is it allotysis? Bayo, remember me? That word where I was just reading the term for you earlier on. Is it allotysis? The names will kill her, autolysis.
Autolysis, yes.
Yeah, that explains why. That's why you hear them saying severe or moderate decomposition.
Yeah, the back.
That's
Can go this
why.
way. Go ahead.
That's why they have that severe or moderate decomposition. Because you're asking yourself, if you cannot preserve samples at the right temperature,
Why did you have it?
Why did you, and then why keep it for that long? This lab, don't forget, let me take you guys back. On Brekete, they said, one ignorant person came out and said, actually an illiterate, to say that, there's a queue in the lab. You know, there's a
wait line. There were waiting line. Waiting line, yes.
Waiting line for a lab that you sent sample on the 1st of March. And they responded to you within 28
when I called the lab,
days.
the lab said since they established that company in 1970, that's 54 years ago, they have never had a downtime. They have never had a wait line. You bring a sample, they get it done. Since they established that company since 1970, there have never been a case where somebody have to wait for one person. They told me that online.
They want to use boju as they used to do in Nigeria now. That's it. You know, in Nigerian lab, you can wait, you can stay online. That's what they are trying to do.
Bayo, are we even sure this report we are looking at is actually from MMS?
Hello.
Are we even sure the authenticity of this report we are talking about for now?
Yeah.
Well, you want to answer? For me, for now, it has their NMS whatever written on it. So NMS needs to come out and debunk or authenticate it and say it's from them. But we checked the name of the Megan, whatever thing they mentioned there. Is it Megan or whatever?
Yeah, Megan Kessler. Megan Kessler.
I don't even want to talk about it. So that's thing. If you notice, if you go to the link on the website, you see the other pages. They were mentioning, I think this sample did not even go direct to NMS. There was another lab that was mentioned. Let me look for it.
It was a third party lab. A third
Yes, there
party
was a
lab.
third-party lab that was mentioned before I think it was sent there first, and then so you now ask yourself, why all the journey?
Okay, if they have come out to tell us it was sent directly to NMS, why the third party lab?
Wonder. That is the question.
Oh, what is so me?
What
Because I
my
just
own
want us to put more
my
emphasis
own
on the
question is
fact.
that my own question is what they read in Corona Request and this now, where is it coming from? Where the inconclusive coming from? And from here, from that what they read in the Corona Request and here now, if you look at it, this thing is not corresponding with each other. It's totally different.
I'm sorry to burst your bubbles, but if you go back to the link on their site, and then let me see. Okay, Bayo, I don't know, York, I don't know if you can. Well, York said, okay. If you look at the link here on where it says, if you scroll, if you're online, look at that where it says LSDFC. So that is
And you
Lagos.
want to come on the big screen? You might come in on the big screen so that we can see what you're showing us.
Okay, York. Well, but I don't know if York, I don't know where it is, but it's fine. I can just read anybody that has
That's why I'm still of the opinion that Baba Mohbad still needs to come out and shout out to the whole world. Not Nigeria alone anymore. You should
So you
come
can
out and
see.
shout out to the whole world for.
So if you see
Go on,
here,
go
you
on.
see it's Lagos State. Let me even look. You see here, it says LSDAFC, Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center. So now I'll be expecting that this is the autopsy bit, right? And then this result was sent on the 10th of April, 2024 to the Deputy Commissioner of Police, State CID, Nigerian Police, Banti Yaba. The phone number is attached there. Now, it says case number, blah, 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 forensic toxicology analysis, final reports. What is this? Deceased or descendant or whatever. Aloba promise. Please find attached the forensic toxicology report. So they now repeat their story here. What's this? Evolutionary items. I can't read. This thing is blurry. Okay, the evidentiary items were forwarded to our partner laboratory, NMS, Horsham, PA, USA, so Pennsylvania, under the chain of custody for forensic toxicology analysis. All that English, okay? They don't even mention that they passed through a second lab. They didn't mention that, but you see it further up. And on this, all you can see is only these three drugs. The acetaminophen, presumptive positive. Caffeine, presumptive positive. The diaphragm, whatever they mentioned there, they mentioned the 360 milligrams. Please let us know if you have any question. So apparently, their autopsy, they said the autopsy they did does not even hold water. Now, the toxicology that was supposed to give you an in-depth analysis as to what was in this boy's system, the only thing they checked for were these three things here, which, as they explained, this caffeine obviously may be alcohol, this one is paracetamol according to Badia, other one, it's nothing. It's nothing serious. So why did you not push for the GCMS recommendation that these people have sent here, that NMS mentioned here in page 2 of 4, where they stated here to say the test is an unconfirmed screen. So obviously they are saying the screening is unconfirmed. They can't put their mark on it to say yes, for sure we know what has killed this man, and it's unbecoming for a lab, especially labs in well-developed countries. They have to tell you the cause of death. They would have to investigate. That is why you have the preliminary toxicology. You have different types of toxicology, which of course they recommended here. To tell you the weight of this GCMS thing they recommended here, because they needed to do more investigations to know exactly what would have killed this boy. Because here, they're just normal things. It's not enough to take a young man's life out, as to what they mentioned here. These three things here are not enough to take a young man's life out. So they would have wanted to find out What exactly took him out if Lagos State government had gone for this GCMS testings that they recommended here? Because it says confirmation by a more definitive technique. So obviously, and it's a lab, it's what you ordered for that they are going to give you. What did Lagos State order for? What did you ask them to do? It's just like you go to a lab and say, do a culture test. They will focus on that. But if you want them to do an in-depth, toxicology, really find out the cause of that, then they would have gone all out. Even if they need to request you to send more samples, which makes sense to say why they say they are holding the samples for 6 weeks, after which they would discard. So obviously do the maths. From when they received it up until now, 6 weeks has passed. So they have discarded it, of course, because the Lagos State government have not said, you know what, oh, we think you need to go more. Now, I'm going to leave that. I'll go back to page 1 to see the sample collection here. Now, it says all samples, volumes, and weights are approximates above. The a green cap plastic tube. So you know those things, if you guys are familiar with the medical, you know those things where they store blood and stuff, you know those cylinder, those things now that is like my hand here, you know?
Yeah, that small bottle.
That's basically what it would be, because the weight and volume is 0.5 ml and it says unspecified blood. The other one is 0.1 ml. Okay, you guys that are good with numbers, K and the rest, tell me what 0.1 ml is. Okay, the red cap plastic container, the gastric fluid is 1 ml, the plastic bag, the liver tissue is 13.9, 20 grams. So now the question is, okay, I'm not a forensic pathologist, so I cannot say the samples are suffice or not, but just looking at it with a little bit, let me say we're not laymen, we're not illiterate here. At least we're knowledgeable in different areas and we understand basic English. So if the Lagos State government requested for a good comprehensive, finding or post-mortem poison test or whatever you want to call it to find out what killed this guy, maybe if they had even asked to say, send us more, maybe get us more samples, they would have. They would have, if they had done that, Lagos State government had asked for that, they would have requested for these people to have requested for that, so that they could have done a thorough, in-depth research to find out what exactly killed this boy.
And if I should say my own opinion, I think what they did it intentionally. They did it on the purpose because they knew definitely that if they decided to go for that DCMS, it's going to reveal everything. That's why they ignored that suggestion or advice. That is why they just ignored it. They didn't go for that. So because they can't be bothered. If not that this man, Berkete, got involved and he asked that man, motor show, what is his name? They wouldn't have even taken anything anywhere. So all these things that they did it on the purpose.
Benga Motosho is the name. The guy name is Benga Motosho.
Exactly. So they did it on a purpose. They did it
even when you look at this sample, not all of them were labeled Aloba Promise. Why? Not all the sample were labeled Aloba Promise.
Thank you. And
what is an evidence to prove that this thing is same statement that they took from that guy? If it is, this woman is saying, where did they kept it? That's something. When they said end sites have destroyed, where they can keep or do all of those things during end sites period. So Lagos State doesn't have it. Where did they keep this before this thing get to them? How many days or how many months more that this thing take before it expires?
They kept it inside freezer.
Now use.
And if they kept it in they kept it in the freezer. Where in Nigeria are they able to store samples for 7 months stretch? Or how many? Yeah, September. Let's do the math. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, when they received it, 7 months. Where in Nigeria can you store samples at -4 degrees Celsius consistently?
Lucky.
You know?
Right
So it
about
is
now, they don't fuck my brain up. So I don't even know if I want to talk.
exactly. So, and you see, there was a time I saw a woman somewhere who mentioned to say, I said, don't know what platform it was, long time ago, or to say 3-4 months ago. She said that even the mortuary, these public mortuaries, that sometimes the lights go off, so it's possible that that body could be decaying. So I now began to, that's why I just asked myself, I said, and why would you store the samples for 7 months? What for? Look at the swiftness, the turnaround time that this lab sent you their reports. They first sent it, the first time was 28th of March. The last report was issued. They now issued, I don't even know why they even had to issue another one on the 9th of, the 9th of April. Again,
They
because
will just they will just go and took one sample for one idiot copy and then send it to them and say, Mo Joseph Aloba. I beg it. I beg
Acupuncture,
it.
man, don't give me.
And okay, Bossman wants to come up, York, if you want to bring him up. And then the point
It's
here,
up already. It's up already.
okay, Bossman, okay, great. And the point again for me is that, okay, if you are saying, that yes, so you did this thing in, what do you call it, NMS lab, why did you wait until when we
And
now had to go to Punch? Go on,
and
Bossman, go on.
let me tell you something. Don't stress yourself cracking your brain on that rubbish that they give to us. I'm putting it to you, Anne, that they did not take that anything to NMM lab. They didn't take anything to there. They didn't take it there. And I'm telling you the fact, and that's the truth. We are still going back there again. I have some document here with me, and I don't want to make it public here until Lagos State people respond. See, whatever they gave with their BBC, they went to forge it. We have the name of the labs, the employee of, the person that worked with the lab, email of the lab. There are some things here. Until let Lagos State government come and respond to that Punch newspapers. Let me go through something here. Just give me a second. See, they're playing games. Now, with what you just did, just make sure to make everyone to know that the reason why we've not been moving ahead is because the government of Lagos State are involved in what by mobile. And
Because obviously
I have
they are not.
explicit document with me here. These people did not take anything to that lab because they want to debunk what Punch came out with. They went to go and meet BBC to forge whatever result they came up with. And if you notice with the release of the BBC, the person that let me give you the name of the Punch. The Punch name was the name of the employer in Punch. I mean that were released on MNS Lab. Let me look for the name again.
I think you mean the Punch was Esther Daddy, right? Or
Thank
Dede?
you. That was Esther Dede. Esther Dede he works with in the lab. With theirs, they did not release any name. The person they spoke with. Do you know what they did? They're trying to be very careful. The person to know, they went to forge that thing. They're coming to us, the Minister of Information. After we...
Commissioner for Information.
Commissioner of Information. After we spoke with the lab, and they corresponded to reach out to us, we reached out to them 2 times, 2 different times. And now, they asked them. The second time, we reached out to Punch. And the Punch, we told the Punch to reach out to them again. And before they reach out to them, they call this Minister of Information, our Commissioner of Information, again, to ask him, where did you say you took this lab to? I mean, you took this specimen of mobile to. He said, MSF lab in Pennsylvania. I said, are you sure, sir? He said, yes. Are you sure? At Double Dear Lagos State, this is Bossman talking. Very soon when I go to the CNN, I will bring out my real name and I will confront the government to come and tell us the proof of where they took the MSF lab.
Bossman,
The specimen.
Bossman, what we're even looking at is after
I have a document of MSM lab with their logo. I have it right here with me right now. So, in whatever, where is the logo there? In the what the PC or the government of Lagos State are talking about? They don't have no logo of them, of their facility. I have its original logo here with me, right here. I have it right here. So, these people, Esther Dede, even his name is this is his office, Esther Dede, Client Services Associate, Forensic Division. That is his name, her name, Esther Dede. In the paperwork that they released, they do not have anything like that. But don't get me wrong, they to probably in the lab of the same lab, there is likely they have a Nigerian working in there. And it's the Nigerian person that they went to the back door to do the shady job that they gave to us. This what they gave us here is counterfeit.
Possible.
This one right here that the BBS brought out to us is counterfeit. It's not original. All right. The one that we have here have signature from the lab. Signature from the lab. And they said they did not give them any specimen for Mobat. So let the Lagos State government come up here and come up think what punch released to them. And you know what? We are going to do it again because we want to clarify this issue. We are going to Pennsylvania this month. And we will go and address them. We'll give them a document.
Bossman.
Lay all those things to them. We are going to protest. Yes, sir.
Bossman, is there any possibility of us dragging that name so that NMS will be forced to come out and say they know nothing about it? No. The name on that specimen they gave us.
Of the
Esther did the.
No,
this is what
we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, sir, Mr. K. We are going to pick up a date before the Corona inquiry. Between now and 21, we're supposed to do that peaceful protest where people that leave, I'm going to be traveling from Canada down to the US too. And now what we're going to do is this, we're going to have a peaceful protest in front of the lab. And we have a document that we're going to submit to them that Lagos State government claimed that they sent some specimen to the facility, and you've already responded to us. We have a document of them. We're going to present the document that they gave to us. I'm going to give them the document that the fake one that Lagos State that said they came. I'm also going to play them a video clip on the Berekete when the Commissioner of Information lied that they brought a specimen to that lab. And we force that lab to do a press release or a press conference responding to Lagos State, and we tell them that if it is that they did not bring any specimen to them, then they need to take legal action. They must take legal action, and that is why we're going there to protest.
To add voice to that, what Bossman just said, I'm sure by the time you guys get to that NMS lab, they will tell you that they've received thousands of emails.
Bossman, just let me know. I'm 45 minutes away.
Yes, sir. We are going to pick up a date, and we want people to come in and support so we can have a peaceful protest. 3 hours.
I am 45 minutes away. I am 45 minutes away.
Even Bayo said he called them earlier today, and they said they had escalated the matter. So I
They
think
will
they're
escalate this
working.
matter because,
Yes,
see, I'm telling
yes,
you,
yes,
I have evidence, I have all document here from MSF lab with his signature right here with me. I'm looking at it right now. The original signature. In fact, they responded twice. And they said they did not. And I'm challenging Lagos State government. I think right now, this matter, I think we need to go on Instagram. I guess some of us here, I guess we need to quit TikTok for a while and let every one of us merge on on Instagram. We need to loud this matter on Instagram as well. And the day we go on protest, we want air from stream this thing live on that very day. So this issue, we need to loud it in the sense that we need to let people on Instagram to know that figure like before. Tell the Lagos
Beyond
government
that,
to respond. See, do you think that do you think that normally if it was a lie, you think Lagos State government would sue Punch? Honorable York Daddy, you think
see,
Lagos would have sued York Punch newspaper or shut down the company? They know. They should have shut it
if they were
down.
sure of themselves,
I'm challenging them
they
right.
wouldn't have gone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So they did not do anything.
just to add to what you're saying, yeah, just to add to what you're saying, if the work order, this one here, is, can you imagine what they said? It says it was electronically signed on 0409 10:37. Don't know, that must be AM, by Megan R. Hessala. Yeah, that's the name. MSFS DB, whatever. She's a forensic toxicologist. Now, the question I started asking myself, I said, okay, the work order was electronically signed. Why? Okay, anyway, that's maybe standard. That's fine. But then, why would you sign the work order on the 0409? Are you signing that you have received it or you sent it out? And then, but also here on the first page, the specimen was received, and then you have two dates here. The report, you issued the report. So where is who signed the first report that was on the 28th of March? Who signed that? Are you having two reports signed? Because it's confusing to me. You have the last report issued on the 28th, and then you have another one issued on the 9th of April, and that's the only one that was signed. And the times are conflicting. It was signed at 10:37. It was issued at 11 o'clock. What the F? Sorry, I apologize. I need to, yeah, need that.
Bossman, you see what is on this screen that you're seeing? This
Yeah.
email has gone to those people you're mentioning. They've received close to 700 emails of this.
Did they respond to you? Did they respond to you back?
There is response. They've passed it for what's it called? They've passed it to their marketing, whatever. That's what they said on a voice call.
They know. And
Voice,
very soon, with all the emails
because
that you've been sending, we are
because
going to pay them a courtesy visit
the
this
boss
same
man,
month.
the boss
Yes, sir.
man, the first this thing punch, the punch result was quoted. The government where what's his name? That guy with it like that commissioner Benga Motosho, where he said where he said they sent it to Pennsylvania was quoted. Where Honorable Ordinary Ahmed made that phone call was posted. Everything detail. In fact, as of 3 days ago, with the kind emails when they get, yeah, no be here. And I like the way the whole thing is going on. We are going to, aside that our country is not good, we know, but we still expose them. Because right about now, I don't know, I'm drained mentally.
See?
sorry, can I come in, please?
Okay, please.
Okay, so looking at this report, the one on PM News that Bayo referred us to. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Daddy York, for allowing me to speak. Okay, so I'm looking at it. Pages 1 to 3 are okay. On page 3, they described the external examination. Nothing was mentioned about the neck. Let me read what they said about external examination.
He said the body is that of a dark complexioned adult male with physical appearances consistent with the stated age. The height is 1.96 meters. The head hair is black in color and braided with maximum length of 21.0 cm. The eyes are otolized. The face is bearded. The ears have each been pierced, once for jewelry. The mouth contains a set of natural teeth in good state of repair. The fingernails are short, clean, and well kept. There is no identifiable nicotine staining of the fingers. The body is circumcised. The toenails are also cut short, clean, and well kept. There is no ankle edema, no external evidence of significant natural disease is observed. There is wrinkling of the skin of both feet. Now, they jumped from that page 3 to page 6. What happened to page 4 and page 5? There is no mention of chest. There's no mention of neck. There's no mention of, do you understand?
Inconclusive.
No, I mean physical appearance, physical examination, and so many parts of his body missing. They spoke about his clothing, that the body is dressed in an off-white long-sleeved shirt, off-white matching pants, a white pair of socks, a white pair of gloves, and a white cap. They didn't mention anything about his neck.
When Mohbad dey alive, in dey wear white cap.
I don't know.
Why they put white cap?
They even mentioned say the hair they braided. Anyway, my own what I observed is from that page 3 of 9, they jumped to 1 of 4 of NMS, and then they went down to 2 of 4, 2 of 4, 4 of 4. They didn't even show 3 of 4. Is that 3 of 4? Okay, there's 3 of 4. And then from there, they jumped back to that. Then they had the LSD letter, the forwarding the document. But then they now jumped to page 6 of that, their own original report of autopsy. Do you get what I'm saying? So they talked 3 pages of NMS in between. But those 3 pages of NMS are NMS, not Lagos State. And then they now continued, because those pages are numbered, to page 6 of 9, and then page 7 of 9, and page 9 of 9. There's no page 8 of 9. Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of missing pages here and there. So they really know what they're hiding. I believe that Kemi Olunloyo actually saw this report, because that real autopsy report was done on the 22nd, 21st of September, as soon as the body was exhumed, because the doctor that signed that autopsy said they started it at 4 p.m. on that day. Do you get? So they actually concluded it. So that report must have been finalized sometime in November. No, sometime in September last year. So, but where are the pages 4 and 5 of that autopsy report? And then page 8, where they should have that conclusion. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though they came up and said the report was unascertained. However, see the other Ojoro they did when they were selling this to bloggers. Their own inference was, in the light of the foregoing, cause of death could not be ascertained. However, the possibility of a fatal anaphylactic shock, they put drug reaction in comma, could be considered in view of the absence of any significant postmortem or toxicology finding. So now, bloggers went and said, cause of death has been determined to be drug reaction. Do you get? This is something they put in brackets. Can you hear me? So you can see that Lagos State is playing a lot of games. So apart from going to the lab, which that lab report is definitely with a lot of discrepancies. I think the locally generated one, the autopsy that was carried out at Lasso, is even more criminal. Do you understand? Because that's the one that is actually hiding his external features, the external examination of his body. When we're supposed to see if if he had any lacerations on his neck, if he had any, any cuts, whatsoever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Am
babe.
I audible?
The autopsy that you're reading.
Yes, you're audible. We can hear
Yes,
you.
yeah, we
That
can
one
hear
you are
you.
saying they didn't
I'm
mention
reading
the
a
neck.
report that we were referred to. So I read through it, and I now saw that there are some missing pages, that they actually started with the autopsy report that was generated by Lagos State Lagos
Yet,
State
baby,
University.
you are so intelligent to know that there are missing pages there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, when you're
And
reading something and you
even
end
even
somewhere,
without mentioning the neck, they didn't mention the neck because they
no
are taking
neck,
our mind away off it.
yes, no
They are
neck,
trying
no
to take
chest,
our
no
mind away
body.
off that
Do you
neck.
get? They didn't talk about his
Yes.
body at all. They didn't talk about his physical body.
Ah,
They talked
they
about
are
his
just playing
hair.
with people's mind.
They talked about
You
his
guys,
nails. Do you
you
know they
guys,
talked about his nails? They talked about his toenails. They talked about, because those are things that maybe because
What about
people
the
are not
neck that
used to.
was bent?
They didn't
Nothing
speak
about
about
it.
it in the physical examination. They didn't note
Oh,
it in this. Look at
oh,
that
wow.
page 3 of that report now. That's what I'm reading, because I'm reading it on
Yeah,
my
babe.
iPad, so it's actually bigger and more legible.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
that.
babe.
It's
The
clearer.
autopsy that you're reading, can you, yeah, babe? The autopsy that you're reading, they did it
Okay.
in Lasso, and those people actually came. They did it and they finished doing the autopsy, and they came out around November last year. All right. That autopsy has now the people in Lagos that actually are privy to that information, like and they put it down. They didn't allow it to help us. People, even some of the students that work on the autopsy are privy to that information of what they did there. Now they're waiting for the toxicology that the bamboozle old people of Nigeria that the autopsy to overseas to America. Out of all the countries in the world, they do not see any other places to go to. They choose America. They believe that when they choose America, they will come back and give us a story that doesn't matter, and we will have believed them. They never knew that it's going to end up this way. They never knew that people were still going to trail the whole thing down to the lab. And I'm letting you know
They
today
had no
that
idea.
I don't know anything about the toxicology. I don't know anything about the autopsy, whatever, but the toxicology that they claim that they took to America, they did not take it to the NMS lab. They did not take anything to the NMS lab. And that is
What we're
exactly
reading from PM News, Bossman, what we're reading from PM News is a combination of both reports. You get? They started that report by stating this postmortem report of Aloba, put his name, put his date of birth, put his occupation, his sex, his address. Do you get? They put all those. Then the
exactly.
second page, they talked about introduction. So they said Richland, he reportedly died. They didn't say they discovered, they said he reportedly died on the 30th of September. He was said to have sustained an injury on the back of his right hand and an injection by a supposed nurse. He was noticed to have developed sudden onset of convulsion and died in transit to the hospital. Can you see? They didn't do any job. They just wrote a report. That's what I'm saying.
It's
And
what they
when
told them they
they
wrote.
mentioned that Blessing Aloba was in attendance to identify the body. So they
No,
needed to do that in
now,
somewhere.
I told everyone that Blessing was there. I've been saying this since January,
yeah,
February.
but boss man, I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I disagree on one bit. Blessing was there when they exhumed that body. When they were doing the toxicology, or what is right before I start talking nonsense now. When they were trying to get specimens for the toxicology, I doubt that that girl was
No,
there
no, no.
because it
They
was the
said
next
she was
day.
only there. The body is identified by
Uh-huh.
Aloba Blessing. They didn't say she was there when they were
Uh-huh.
doing it.
And the
The people
question is
that were in
why,
attendance,
the
listen,
question
sorry,
is
excuse
why,
me.
yeah,
They
go on.
stated the people that were in attendance when they were
None,
doing this
who
autopsy.
else from the
Blessing
family?
was not there.
Okay, and it was all the government people, and they did
Yes,
it
government
at a
people and
very odd
police.
time, from 16. That's like 4 o'clock in
4
the
p.m.
evening.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 p.m. till 7. Now, the only thing I keep thinking and cracking my head here is this: very simple. Obviously, we knew it's, if you read it, you know page 8 was taken out for whatever reason. If you can put up, why didn't you put in
Thank
the
you.
blog? You took this thing to this PM whatever. It's not even a very popular
It's an
paper that you
online
find
newspaper.
this thing. Nah, exactly. I was
PM
quite
News is
surprised.
evening. Is actually evening newspaper. Evening. They come out in the evening.
I was quite surprised the day I saw page 1. I was like, but everywhere you go, you see page 2, 3, and whatnot. And I was thinking, like, why would it be something that so that you won't even be looking for it to go think of such a link? You took out the samples. Nigeria has a problem with electricity. When we don't have good electricity like Ghana, why would you keep samples for 7 months
That's
in the
exactly
first
what
place? What
decayed,
for?
because that was the sample that was so badly decayed that they couldn't determine
You can,
anything with that result.
and even reading with the supposed fake results, for even from the analytic, whatever they're saying, while we're even doing more research, we found out that you have to put it at a certain temperature. Where in Nigeria can you have a sample kept at -4 degrees Celsius? Where?
Consistently for
Exactly, for
six
7
months.
months.
These guys are jokers.
What for?
Anyway, I
Why
don't
would you
think
keep it for that long? Why?
they are going to be in for a shocker, because this just will get to.
Of that or Jordan, when I got to know that, number one, when you examine a body, and yes, they called Blessing and Baba Mobile's 4P, went there. Yeah, took a picture of when they exhumed the body. When they took the body to the lab, they called Blessing to come and identify the body. Blessing was only there during external autopsy to check the body of Mobile. But when they want to start dissecting the body, it's there. Now, I keep saying, I keep screaming that there have to be something that we can, I said we can, I used to use this word, indict the government. Indict the government. In the sense that the government was supposed to take pictures and the video of the body of Mubad after exemption of Mubad. You took the body of Mubad to the lab. You will clean the body up. And you were supposed to remove the rag, the cloth that they used to bury Mubad, take him naked, clean the body up, and take a proper professional picture of Mubad from head to toe. Take a closer picture of his body part, his legs from
They
head to
showed
toe,
them
the
something.
backside from head to toe. There's a lot of lots of stories saying that he was stabbed on the neck, he was stabbed on the chest. Did you take pictures? If you have the pictures, the government supposed to have their own personal picture and personal photographer, professional one. That was
Yeah, they had
because they always
a blurry picture, I'm sure.
because they always
Projected.
because they always will prefer a view as well of the body of Mohbad. So two, before you start dissecting that body of Mohbad, it is the right of the guy for Baba Mohbad or for the government to call the Baba Mohbad Aloba's family. Can you present us your special what's it called? Your your
The family pathologist,
pathology, your personal pathology of the
representing the
government.
family. Yes,
Okay, you're supposed to call.
pathologist.
Yes, you're supposed to call with me. You're supposed, because the family is broken into two now. We have the Baba side and we have Bumi side. Can you present your own pathologist too, so that they will be there to monitor the body of Mohbad? But they did not do that. That's why screaming February when Baba was in breaking that Ojoro don't day, Ojoro don't day, because that is that was where they started playing those games. How can you call Blessing to come and witness the body of Mohbad? Is Blessing a pathologist? What does she know if whatever they are removing in the body? She was not even there when they only asked her to see to check the body of Mohbad, and then whatever she sees there, she didn't even narrate anything to Baba Mohbad. I asked Baba Mohbad, did Blessing tell you anything? Did she show you a picture? In fact, I was the one that got to tell Baba Mohbad that Go and meet Blessing and the former PA. That there are some pictures when they exhumed the body of Mohbad right from the ground. They asked him to take pictures. They took pictures. Did you see the picture? He said no, he didn't see no pictures. But the government failed to do their own due diligence by allowing, by they taking proper professional pictures of the body of Mohbad. They did not do that. Now, LYC specimen. How do you expect us to know that the specimen got a
Bossman.
Gila Mohbad?
Bossman.
It's Mohbad.
I think they actually did some work. If you read the report, pages 6 and 9, you will see that actually at the time Mohbad's body was exhumed, it was still okay. Do you get what I'm saying? He hadn't decayed. From the way the description and the explanation they gave about the digestive system, the respiratory
Yes, you are right.
system, everything was still intact. They could make out everything in his body. Do you get? Because the way they're saying everything, this one was uninjured. Further exploration of the neck shows no soft tissue and skeletal injuries. Okay, they mentioned it here now in the respiratory system. See where they talked it. They didn't say it in his external body. What do you call it? And if someone had
Yet, babe, I want to say something.
on their neck,
Yet, babe, I want to say something here now. Yet, babe, I want to say something here now, and I want you to pay attention to this. You and Annie, I want you to pay attention to this. I don't know if we have a doctor in the house. I want you to please pay attention to this. If you are a doctor, or you are a pathologist, or maybe you've seen anywhere, or even despite the fact that you are a novice, you don't know anything, you don't have any idea of it. But if you want to dissect a body, how do you dissect that body? If you're given a knife that, okay, take this knife as a lab knife and that dissect this body, how, in a nutshell, just describe how a body needs to be dissected.
how they said,
Dissect the body. If they want to take specimen from Mohbad's body and all that, báwo ló ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe dissect body in Mohbad?
It's a Y shape.
Is it in a vertical line or horizontal line?
I know it's a Y shape. It starts from the chin, the cut, and then they go straight all down.
No. As in, how is the normal way of dissecting?
Okay, you have to be able to answer. I mean, which one be straight? Straight now, horizontal. I mean, vertical. Yeah, I'm gonna answer them. I'm not laugh now. And Y cut. It's a Y cut now.
If you want to dissect, is it supposed to be a white cut? If you want to dissect the body, it's supposed to be in a vertical line, right? Straight line from the chest. You should tear open now. From the neck side down to the belly. You should tear it open now. You can see anything. You can start picking anything you want to pick from the system. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
I need you to.
I don't know. I've never dissected a
no.
human being, but
I know on Google says because Bossman, you're right now.
for an animal,
If
yes.
you want to remove somebody, you want to remove anything in the inside, on internal organ or whatever, not be straight line from the neck down to the belly button.
All the way, yes.
Okay,
right
why do
now.
we have a white shape on Mohbad? Why is it why was there a white shape? That's how they dissected Mohbad's body. Y shape.
Yeah, well,
What are
I
they
think
trying
it's also. I don't think a Y shape is actually wrong. It all depends on who is working on him or what kind of model they want to use. Do you get? I don't think it's a one size fits all. It depends on what method they decide to use. Because when they do all these kind of things, it's usually a team of doctors or a team of pathologists.
So you're saying the white shape is right? So the white shape is right.
It's possible, yes. It's a possibility.
Yeah,
It's not.
Google says that you can have a
It all
Y shape
depends
cut.
on. It all depends on what the pathologists agree to use, what method, whether they just go horizontal or whatever. I tell people something. Even with law, we cannot read the laws, but it's only lawyers that know how to apply those laws. If this law is meant for this law is meant for this, they may not use it for that particular thing. If it is not expedient to use it, they are the only ones that can determine what law to use for any particular situation. Just like this one we're looking at. I'm not a pathologist. I've never done a postmortem, so I don't know. But I mean, reading it like a layman or someone that has a bit of medical experience, I'm seeing that there are a lot of gaps that I feel are intentionally excluded from this report. Because there's no way you can tell me that you have a 9-page report and pages 1, 2, 3 are there. Then you now continue from pages 6 and 7, and then page 8 is missing. So 4, 5, and 8 are missing. What happened to those pages?
My
Understand?
sister, please, let's
So
just
I know
be.
that definitely someone is economical with the truth in this matter. And I'm happy that we're
My
discussing it so that they
question
know
is,
that we're looking and we're sure what we're seeing. So if they have more information to give us, they better start bringing them out now, because we're looking and we're not going
my
to be fooled.
my,
And even if they decide not to give us justice and close this
my
case,
question my
we're not
question is
going to
that
stop.
As of now, I will
We're
slightly
going to
tell you
stop.
guys that I would lovely to tell you guys that Mobile did not just die any kind of death. He was murdered. Okay, it's just too glaring with the government involvement and the way they're trying to cover up so many things. No. What are they trying to cover? What are they? Do you know
So
the
what
length that the
is
government are
all this
doing
drama?
to frustrate everyone else over this issue? It is
what is
getting
government,
really, really ridiculous.
what why are they particular about this so-called Mubadi case? What is their interest? What are they trying to protect? I don't understand what is going on. What is the secret behind all these things? Is it that, but I still believe one thing, that there is reason why they are doing this thing.
Can you
And the
put
reason lies
Titus on the
on,
bigger screen? Can you put Titus on the bigger screen, please? Let us see the diagram.
Yeah, so the first, hello everybody. Good morning. Hello. Yep, Daddy. Honorable. Yeah, the first one is the Y cot. It's not that clear on the big screen. So there's 3 different types. The straight cot is the last one. And you can also use the middle, apparently. So there are 3 different types.
They have to dissect the head, the total head, and remove the head, and then remove something from the brain too. I know if you want to do whatever, you have to check the brain. You have to check if it's
You have
actually.
to take some brain tissues, yes. You have
Yes.
to. It's actually supposed to be a complete examination of the total body. So they have to take a piece of every part of his body, every single part. So we don't know what they did. I think they just did a quick job, quick fix. Yeah. So, well, let's see how they proceed with this. But I'm happy that they were not able to ascertain anything, because see, it would have been worse if they had come to us with a case of Mobile died of natural causes and let's close it. Now they've said they have not been able
That
to
is right.
ascertain it. They have not been able to ascertain it. There's possibility of this and that. So they've left it open for
I
further
think that is
interrogation.
where they're going. That is where they're going, to be
And they
honest.
can't
They
get there
just
because
don't,
the way
yeah, they just don't want to put it straight to us. With
no,
all
they
this
can't do
result.
that because sorry, Anne pointed out something in that toxicology report. They stated under acetaminophen and the other medication that they should carry out
What page
further
is that?
page 2,
Sorry, page
page 2
2.
of 4.
Page 2 of 4, yeah, thanks.
Yes, page 2 of 4.
Okay.
They said that they should carry out further GCMS report text to ascertain, to confirm. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the only way they can
Yeah.
get the real. So now that hasn't been
Okay.
done. They've
Okay.
even the toxicology lab has left that open for further interrogation. So really, you can't just say that you're closing it without, making
That
sure that
okay.
you
Yeah.
have dotted all I's and crossed all T's. So that's why I'm saying that leaving it open, because if you look at that autopsy report from Lagos Teaching Hospital, they said cause of death unascertained. However, there's possibility of anaphylactic shock due to drug reaction, which they put in brackets. That means they were not sure. So, I mean, everybody must have cause of death. You can't tell somebody that they died and there's no cause of death. The family has a right to determine if the government is not ready to go further. And I don't think government will close it at this point. They too will say they are doing more. So what we should be pushing our legal team to do now is to put pressure on the courts to give them that approval to also start the private autopsy simultaneously, so that by the time government comes out with their final report, because this report definitely is not final, because if it's unascertained, it can't be final. There has to be
You
a
see?
final report.
Yeah, babe, see what I worry, yeah? See what worries
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
It's the state of the body now, the fact that it has been decomposed. I mean, I
Don't take
understand,
us
but
there, please. Anne, don't take us there because we won't be able to sleep.
oh, but I'm
Please,
sorry now,
darling.
but we have to
Yeah.
just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not even going to I'm not going to go into, the gruesome details, but if it's decomposed, and imagine how long it took them to take out the samples or send some rotten samples to these people. My question is, we don't have access. These people have, do you know what they've done to that body right now? So, but the only thing is not lost, because the bone marrow thing, we can get a hold of that. Bossman, you know what I'm thinking? Yeah, honest to God, I still think that, yeah, they sent that whatever stupid report they came up with, yeah. I'm thinking I might be wrong. I have this other school of thought that it was probably sent to that lab. Yeah. I don't know if the DNA is for Mohbad, if the specimen sent were for Mohbad, if they did the DNA to confirm same, I don't know. But I think it was sent to that lab, but they sent some specimens that were rubbish, and so they had to come up with what they found with those three things that were mentioned there.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
sorry, I'm
what I
crazy,
said.
but I'm just thinking
That
everything
was
now.
what I said earlier. That was what I said earlier, that they just go and get one stupid something from one place and just send it there. And just, since nobody is there to authenticate it, maybe it's true or not. So that is what they did. You don't just say you are guessing, because one, it's glaring. Everything is clear here. They just went there and just try to get one. This is Nigeria for you, where anything can happen. So,
And then it's also curious that the medication that the police had in their report, tetanus toxoid, ceftriaxone, antibiotics, and everything, they don't even feature in this report. Isn't that also curious?
Exactly, because the question is, Yeti babe, they should
Yes.
have done the DNA. Where's the DNA to confirm that the specimen you're taking is from this person, the confirmed
Yes. So
deceased person?
I
But you
didn't see
went to
the
go and
DNA of
grab dead
Mohbad.
body
Yes,
from
there's no
somewhere.
DNA. There's no DNA of Mohbad inside
Yeah.
the report.
The fact that this stupid government did not even do, the police did not even do a body count in the house when they even when this boy was confirmed, that
The
just
government,
opens
they
up to
know what to
everything.
do. They just didn't want to do it. They know what to do.
Body
That was
count,
why I said
everything.
it. That was why I said it earlier on, that how are
They
we
know
so
what to do.
sure is Mohbad's specimen they used? How are we so sure?
How we
Then
sure?
another thing is that Baba still needs to shout out to the world,
No,
not to
but it's still
Nigerians
possible to
alone.
check. It's possible to find that out because the lab said that they are going to keep
with,
the
with, with
samples.
all that is going on and
They
on
said
this
they'll keep the
petitioning and
samples.
not petitioning, Baba need to shout out to the world, call on every possible foreign news or UN and everybody, call on them for help, that you need help. They killed your child, yet they are still petitioning you, still nailing you the killer when you were not even there.
I'm just
That is it a
hoping.
crime for him to ask for what killed his son? Because
I'm
this
just
thing
hoping.
is
I'm just
really
sorry.
affecting me. Ah,
Sorry, I'm
down.
just hoping that the samples went to the lab and the lab can come out to say we actually worked on this sample.
It's so
But if they're
crazy.
using the lab's name wrongly or falsely, and they don't come and clear their names, they may end up like the doctor that wanted to do organ transplant for Ekwere Madu in the UK. Because if you investigate this lab, ITSI now, it might just be a Nigerian that is running that lab and is helping them to do some paperwork. And if at the end of the day, if they are found culpable, they stand the risk of losing their license are losing their business and even going to jail. So I hope everybody has their head correct in America. So when the checks are done, I hope that they actually worked on these samples and that the samples that were taken there can be confirmed to be mobile sample. It's possible to check that out because the lab has said they're retaining some samples. So if they can get the DNA of mobile done and they can compare with what they have there, might be able to check. Those are the things our
Yes,
legal
baby.
team should be doing.
Please,
They should be
this
asking all those questions.
respiratory system, right?
Pardon?
When they put respiratory system, the mobile snake was banned, right? But here they didn't even put anything like that. They put
That's what
like
I'm saying.
the laryngeal or some cartilage and elf bones are
Uninjured.
uninjured.
Yes.
Further
Madam,
exploration.
it's as if you are going back because one, they know what they are doing. They will not put what will may bring their nyas out. They won't put it there. They knows what they are doing. They are just trying to deviate from those things so that people will not even put that into consideration. That is what they are doing. They know what they are doing. What they know that they can implicate them, they won't put it there.
So
They will
what
not.
is the way forward now? What are the steps you are going to take regarding this?
We will find out when they either approve the private autopsy or they disapprove. If they don't grant approval, it means that they don't want this to be done. But do you know what? If they deny Aloba the approval, it doesn't mean it can't be done. It's just that whatever is done cannot be tendered in court. Do you understand? The reason why it needs approval is so that whatever his findings are, or whatever the outcome of the private autopsy is, he can tender it in court as exhibit. But if they don't give him that approval, he can still go just so that he can have closure as a family and go and do it. And then that can be also released to Nigerians. So if they refuse to give him justice, the street will give him justice. Either way, they can't do anything. They can't even bury the body unless he wants to bury the body. So they can
Exactly,
try.
that is what the other side are saying. That
And they
is
are
what they
hoping
are
that they can
saying.
lock him up. No, they are hoping that they will lock him up so that before he comes back from detention, he would have been
Yeah,
buried.
they said that they should bury him. That the next thing they are trying to do now is to do the burial arrangements and lay him to rest. That's what they're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to even
Is
speak
it
on
their
that.
child that we have to be the
Thank
one to
you.
bury him?
I'm sorry.
Is
Let me
it
even
their
speak
Really?
on.
child?
Yeti babe, please, you guys bear with me. Let me even speak on that. Let me just tell
No,
you
God.
guys. Let me just let you people know we missed him. You see, that arrogance and that pride that you think that first things first, you guys had possession of this young man, did not inform the father of this child or this boy or this man, 26, whatever you want to call him, because he's a child, he's somebody's child, that his son was sick up to the point that he had to go in to meet a dead corpse of his own son. And while we're still trying to, because he's a peaceful, loving man that is or let me not even say peaceful, just being calm, taking things easy. You're still stretching the buttons to say, oh, you can go and plan for burial of his own son. Let me remind every one of you that Wumi Aloba, I said Aloba, Wumi Adebanjo, Cynthia Adebanjo, is not married to the Aloba family. Okay? Legally. She doesn't have any marriage certificate to confirm that. And even if that was the case, according to the Nigerian tradition, she does not have that sole right, repeat my word, sole right to take decision on that corpse. You insulted that man by doing whatever you guys did with the body, which if that man never stepped into that property the day, which was that Tuesday, God knows, and of course, if I can mention this here, rigor mortis, according to the doctors who that the Freeze Lab even analyzed, that rigor mortis was set in 6 hours after that.
We haven't even begun to dissect that area first of that information.
Oh, once you read Adura's testimony at the inquest, the CTC, the whole story is inside.
Okay, so as I was,
They're just trying to distract us. Everything is inside. The boy said that they began died since.
Right.
That's what they said at the hospital.
Right. As we're saying, so that is even, let's even leave that. We haven't unpacked that yet. And then you're coming, where do you get the impudence from? Like, see, listen. Like, just listen. Don't even go there. Don't you dare. And I have bad news for you people. If it's that shambles you put together to call it a petition, we have the full record. It was on BJ's Live. Baba Mohbad never called Elegushi Omo Ale. And Elegushi, whatever Sahid is his name, he does not bear Omo Ale. He's not a bastard. So obviously, Baba Mohbad never referred. Baba Mohbad mentioned his name in reference to the petition. And that is a public information that everybody has access to on social media.
Baba Mohbad said, Ale lo pomo mi.
Good. So Sahid Elegushi,
that is concubine.
Good.
Right?
And thank you for the clarification. And so he is not, Sahid Elegushi, you are not a concubine. You have a name, you were born, you are a king, a reputable personality, in whatever you want to call yourself. You've got a name, you've got a title. So that is not you. And he's made a reference to your name because the deceased mentioned your name. So you can pick up a petition with the dead, go to the mortuary, get him and confront him why your name was mentioned there.
The challenge that Wumi is having, the challenge Wumi is having is that if your father-in-law comes out to say it is your concubines that killed your husband, and you cannot come out to challenge the man, it is because you know that challenging the man will mean, okay, so do me the DNA and let's settle it. So you don't want to go that route. So you have to allow the man, you have to get someone else externally to come and petition him for you. Because I don't know why it is Obelegushi that is petitioning Baba Mohbad for saying that concubines are Lelopa Mohbad. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yes. The only thing the man said on that Yoruba TV station was when the guy asked him, why Oba? He said his son told him, and he wrote it in the petition, and that when that thing came up, he went to meet one man to take him to Oba Ikorodu so that they should go and speak to Oba. You remember? That was what he said. He said he has never met the Oba. But then when this thing came up, he wanted to go and meet the Oba of Ikorodu, and that Mohbad was supposed to come and follow him to Oba of Ikorodu so that they'll go and meet they'll get him to speak with the Oba that was involved.
Exactly.
And that didn't happen because the day Mohbad came, he came with a multitude, and there was no way he could pull him out of the crowd to take him to the palace any longer. So they had to reschedule. That never happened.
Thank you.
So really, I really don't know at what point the man pointed any kind of accusing fingers or he said something out of context.
They don't petition
I don't think he did.
They don't petition Baba because of that
I think the whole thing was just
it's not because of that interview they petition.
So what is it?
That is what based off of the press release that they had on Punch.
They said the interview Baba do with Kemi Olun lawyer.
No. They just said on the Punch. They said one London-based blogger.
London-based. No. I'm saying what I'm talking about the Yoruba one is because that's the one that I heard that he actually elaborated on this issue of Oba or no Oba.
No, I was making my submission based off of the Punch release, release or press release they had on Punch, where they were trying to tell us the story, the backdrop of what happened in the police station, and they mentioned the UK-based blogger, whatever, I think UK, something like that. So it can be Dr. Kemi. I don't think she's in the UK. So Dr. Kemi in the UK, so that's out of it. So that's BJ. It's BJ that they're referring to, and so obviously it's that interview where he called in to the show. Regardless, if it's the Yoruba one,
anything
one,
derogatory about
and he has mentioned, he has been consistent with the fact that, you know what, the reference in the conversation was in regards to the petition. I remember having a chat with one of them from the team, and we said, okay, they were saying, oh no, even on Mohbad's petition, he never mentioned anything. And I said, go to the last paragraph. It's written there, black and white. You can read it. What Mohbad
Yeah.
said, that they said to
He
kill
said it,
him.
yeah.
And that is actually a very serious petition.
And he now made
So,
a passionate appeal that you
And
should
the
please
same
use your good
and the
office
same
to
man
save my life. He said, save
and the
my
exactly.
same
life.
and the same man that Oba said he didn't know, which is Sam Larry, came with
Thank
Oba
you.
when they come to the station.
Thank
What
you.
is he going
Here
to
with the
do?
chiefs.
Thank you. Thank you. You came out. Thank you for that. And you came out, Mr. Obai Legushi. You came out, you put a post 2 days after Mohbad died, or 3 days, whatever. As quick as Mohbad died, you had a post to denounce yourself from knowing Sam Larry. How is it that a publication is out there in point that you went with this man is now on your convoy, or is you're now that friendly 8 or 9 months after his death, and you guys are going to the police station with him? You didn't petition him. You didn't call
Yeah,
him out for,
Mohbad,
for bringing the
see
mess upon yourself. You
petition,
didn't.
that petition, Mohbad didn't lie. You recall that we saw a video recently of Zlatan. Is that his name? Zlatan, one of the musicians, the guy that was at the set with Mohbad. He was with a guy who was shouting Obele Lemon, or whatever. And that guy, his name was mentioned in that petition, along with Sam Larry, Obele, and Elele, and
And
others.
Slantan.
The Obele guy was at the place where Sam Larry went to beat Mohbad. And when they left that place, Zantan was still wearing the white shirt, the white t-shirt that he wore at the place. He just removed the jacket. And he was hailing the guy, Obele, and even Sam Larry was saying something about Wofogo Sibe or something. So it was like they knew what happened. After that, Mohbad left with his own injuries, but the guys were later shown in that video with Zlatan. So why are those guys not coming forward? Oba came out and said, I don't know Sam Larry, but I don't think I have seen any document from the palace dissociating the Oba from Olele and Obele. So it would be nice for him to also do that, rather than just putting Baba Mohbad that lost his child and is still very, very depressed by the loss of his
Yeah.
glorious son.
Yeah,
I
babe,
just want
sorry. As I was just trying to finish my submission. So please, team, whatever you call it, anti-justice, not for justice, team, we don't care. We're nonchalant about Mohbad's death. Be warned. Do not play with the emotions of Nigerians. Unfortunately, more bad news for you people. The world is not tilted to that biased approach you had of Mr. Joseph Aloba, and all your plans, as far as his his interviews and all whatnot, is not going to work. All you guys you've been playing, the pawn you've been playing now has been everything is Obai Legushi. Oh, let's go. That's like your savior, as to try to shut people up. You can't shut that man up. You cannot shut Mr. Joseph. And if you think that, okay, you can come up with any game or whatever it is you're thinking, which will not even work and will not even happen, and then you want to go and have access to that. But first of all, let's even educate you guys. Baba Mubad, the official documentation for that corpse was handed over to him. He has all the, so you can't just walk into a morgue and say, oh, we need to get that body and go and conduct burial. You can't even do that. And if you try anything stupid, you're going to get it. You all
Yeah,
are going to get it.
the only person that has the authority over that body is Baba Mohbad. Because first of all, Mohbad and Wumi were married traditionally. And their marriage
They did
was
not marry
never.
traditionally.
Wait now,
They did
listen.
introduction. Introduction.
Let me land. I'm Yoruba too. In Yoruba, the marriage ceremony is called an engagement. That is where the first one is introduction, families meet. Then there's the engagement where dowry is paid, where the husband of the wife will bring all the things on the list that they give to them. The bride's family will share a list with the
But they
husband.
didn't do that, did they?
They did that. That's what
They
Baba
did
Mohbad
not.
was saying.
They
Yes,
did
baby.
not.
Even though
They
you are
paid
Yoruba,
They
dowry
did
in the
now.
not.
country,
We were told
they
that they
take
No, you
paid
know
some
what
dowry.
for
happened?
introduction.
You know what happened? According to Baba, Baba said they asked him to come for the introduction.
Yes,
That is why it took only one person there. That when he got there, he met loads of people there, right? Baba did not prepare for any dowry.
Yeah, but
Baba did not prepare. Baba did not prepare for anything. Baba just went there. Baba just went there like, oh, I'm going there to
meet
just
my in-laws.
meet my in-laws, to
Yes, I know.
talk and all sort of. But when he got there, he met another thing entirely. And
Yes.
you know this dowry they are talking about, because of the situation of Baba, you know definitely is Mohbad that will do that thing. You
Correct.
understand what I'm saying? So
But he paid it on
wasn't
behalf.
really,
You know, it's
yeah,
Baba that would have paid it on behalf of Mohbad, even if the money was given to him to hand over to the in-laws.
yeah.
But let's not even go into all that. Baba has said it that he paid dowry. He was asked on Oriyomi Amzat, and he said he paid. He has been asked in other interviews, and he said he paid. So once you pay dowry in Yoruba land, it means that you have married the wife. The next thing to do when you are married like that is to go to the customary court to register that marriage if you don't want to proceed to the British court or the English court. Do you get what I'm saying? So that your traditional marriage can be legalized. You know, you recall that when Wumi was asked in court, are you married to this guy? She said, not legally.
Yeah.
She said, no, not legally. Because she herself knows that she was not legally married to Mohbad. So if everybody was saying that, so that means that if you were traditionally married into a family, the overall head, the Olori Ebi of that family, is the one that has the final say on any decision in that family. But if you're married in a court or in a registry, then you can have that exclusive right to whatever belongs to your husband. Or you can take decision on behalf of your husband. But if you don't have that type of marriage, and your traditional marriage is not even registered, then it limits your rights. Do you get what I'm saying? As a wife,